Charlie from Atlas Market is going to be cooking a delicious dish for us today. Something quite special and fresh, a risotto with tuna. Yum.
Yeah, exactly right. So, yeah, it's a risotto. We've got some lovely green rice, quite a cool technique. A little bit of butter at the end, some lemon, and then the seared tuna is just absolutely magical.
Yum.
One of my favourites.
I mean, have a look at this piece of tuna. Isn't that just perfection?
Correct.
The colour of it. If it smells fishy, it's not fresh. If it smells like the ocean, which this does, you know you're onto a good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, so obviously tuna is amazing for this dish, but you can use all other types of fish.
Yes.
So it is a sort of Spanish Portuguese dish that we're trying to make. So they'd usually use bacalao, so like a salted cod.
Ooh,
But
yes.
I just love the tuna. It just gives it so much sort of flavour, particularly with the mustard. You're going to love that.
Very
All right,
nice.
let's get the fennel cut, and we're
Yes.
going to also microplane some garlic, and I'm going to get straight onto this rice. So we're going to use some grapeseed oil. So I always cook with grapeseed oil because it's got a really neutral flavour.
Yep.
When you're cooking with oil, you don't want it to overpower the food that you're cooking, right?
Yes.
So, you know, olive oil is fantastic for finishing, but grapeseed really makes it. So I got some
I agree.
diced brown onion, and this is going to slowly cook off. We're going to add that garlic in as well. I throw about 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds.
Oh, right at the beginning.
Yeah, I just love them. We've got a couple of toasted pumpkin seeds to the end for the garnish.
Right.
I'll get onto the garlic. So just, you know, you can use a microplane. You can just roughly chop it by hand, whatever you prefer. Microplane's nice and easy, and professional kitchens do use them too, don't worry.
Do they? I thought they were only using their knife skills.
No,
Not
no.
cheating like the rest of us.
Yeah, no one likes doing garlic, so it's an easy one.
There we go. There's your fennel.
Thank you.
And I've noticed that you're not using stock here for your rice. You're going to be using some water.
Yeah, like, look, you absolutely could use stock, but I find that, like, if you have enough flavour through the, you know, the onion, the garlic, the pumpkin seed, the fennel, the rice is great, a bit of the butter at the end, and this green sort of puree really shines through it, and that's fine. Like, I just think the stock would be delicious, but I don't think you need it.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, that's looking good now.
Yeah, it smells amazing already. All right, that parsley, just sort of rip it like this. A little bit of stem's fine for what we're sort of doing with this.
Best smell.
Yeah, parsley, excellent. So we're going to go straight into this water. It's just the parsley and the spinach, and I'm going to put the lid on and just give it a really quick boil. Like, you're not trying to, like, necessarily cook it. You just want it to very quickly sweat, and just give that, you know, a minute or so.
Because the whole idea is to keep that green colour, right? You cook it any longer, it's just going to go grey.
Exactly right.
Nice.
So green colour, that's going to be incredible.
Yep.
So we've got the arborio rice here. So this here, I've just sweated off. Once the brown onion sort of goes a little bit translucent, you're not looking to really get any colour, it's not caramelised. And then I add the rice in. So this is like what I would consider to be toasting. Once again, you're not trying to get colour, you're just trying to sort of get the process started essentially.
Almost like activate the starch in it and release it a little bit.
Absolutely.
So it goes really creamy.
Yep. So we're just going to give that a good stir. That might need a minute or so. And then we're going to start adding the water. And then that will just take about 15 minutes to cook.
Okay, and you just, exactly like any risotto, you're going to add a little bit of the water.
Correct.
Okay, and
Yeah.
it's not hot. I love this. We never cook it like this, do we?
Yeah, cooking rice is like about confidence, I feel. You know, with risotto, some other recipes as well. Like, you know, I love just boiling rice like it's pasta, which goes against everything you'll ever be taught, but it does work.
It works, absolutely.
All right, so I'm going with a little bit of water. Maybe start with half. And then just want to clean down those edges so it's all submerged.
Beautiful.
Let that sort of slowly start to cook. Add a bit of more water, give it a stir. That's it.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now this is ready. You know, it's really got that beautiful dark green colour.
Yep.
That will just need a quick blend. Might add a touch of water if it's sort of not going in the blender. Obviously, if you blend a lot of it, you'll really get it going. But, you know, we're just doing a small amount. The important part about this is you just want to blend it to get that lovely colour out of it. Just enough water to sort of get it going, and then cooling it down over ice as well. So cooling it down will sort of really keep that green colour, but if you know you're ready to serve this sort of meal, you could do this last, straight in and off you go. Perfect. Risotto's not far away, just sort of adding a little bit of water as we go, really monitoring that. Green sauce is cooled down as well, looks just magical, and once that's in there, it's just going to glow.
Yep.
Then we've got our tuna. So this tuna here, this is one of my favourite little techniques. I don't even know where I learnt it, but it's just it's an all-time classic.
Yep.
So just get the mustard. This is just Dijon mustard. Just sort of adds like a little bit of flavour, and it just helps with the sear as well.
Gives it a real savoury flavour, that mustard, doesn't it?
Correct.
Dijon mustard in particular.
And I love it. Nice sort of coating on there. Pan's nice and warm. Go in with a little bit of that grapeseed oil. So this is a non-stick style pan. Straight in like this. pretty hot and hard. This does not take long. It's tuna. You want to eat it really, really rare. And because the rice is nice and hot, once it's on the plate, that will continue cooking the tuna. So don't worry about undercooking the tuna. Like you can eat it raw, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So just like that.
Gorgeous.
This rice is really coming together. You can see that starch is sort of starting to thicken it. Just a splash more water in there. And remember with the water, you don't want to overkill on the water because you can always add more. And we're going to add the green puree as well, which is going to loosen it.
Okay.
And the butter will loosen it. With the risotto, basically when you put it on the plate, if it just sort of spreads out, you're on.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that tuna, just going to rest it.
Yep.
So basically, the side that was facing up is the side that should be facing down when you're resting something because it's the coldest side. So essentially, this side's going to be nice and hot, so the heat will still be coming. The other side's had time to cool. This rice is looking really nice. So I will add a little bit more water to this, but before we do that, we're going to add all that green puree in.
Okay, I can do that for you.
Straight in, please. You know, you want the rice to be cooked as well. Like the green puree is solely for colour and a little bit of flavour, of course.
Yes.
But you just don't want to be cooking the green puree for 10, 15 minutes, just sort of straight in.
Yep.
Look at that. So that rice
Wow.
just gives it such a beautiful colour. And I'll turn that down now. So we're just going to add in the butter. So with the butter, you can just go pretty hard with that. Feel free to add a bit more, like, you know, rice, creamy butter. You can never go wrong.
No way.
Yeah. I'm going to zest a little bit of lemon, and then we'll juice some lemon as well. I just love lemon zest. You could definitely skip this step if you don't want.
But it really does elevate a dish, that little freshness of the lemon, and leaving it to the last minute. I see sometimes the lemon going in too early, and then it's just totally lost. Just no point doing it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's get some nice amount of salt in there. And I'll put a little bit of pepper too. Obviously, always giving your food a taste. You know, one of the first tricks I think you learn, you know, in a kitchen is about how to taste food. And if you think, okay, it needs a bit of extra lemon, a bit of salt, a bit of extra butter, like always tasting, because that's what separates a chef from a cook, I think.
Absolutely.
All right, so.
Good. It's looking so creamy. There's no stock in there. It's just the water.
Lemon, we're just going to give a quick squeeze of these as well.
Sure.
All right. So lemon juice, you don't really want to cook it. So I'm sort of turning that pan off now, or very, very low.
Yep.
And just stirring that through.
He's happy.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It's
Great.
nice. All right, so I'll cut the fish.
Sure. It's so delicate, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fish.
it is.
Look at that.
And that's why you really take your time with just getting a quick sear on the sides. It doesn't have to be on for too long. You know, a bit of confidence as well. Taking it off, letting it rest, just sitting there. That mustard, you'll really get the mustard in this dish when you actually taste it. And it's just enough, which I love. So, you know, I like to be quite generous with the fish. So just slice all that up.
It's like butter when you're cutting through that.
Oh, yeah, good quality fish. And we're going to plate this up. So that rice just looks absolutely fantastic, as you can see.
Yep.
So I'm going to be quiet.
Oh, see how it's just like the little wave effect. It's a good sign.
Exactly right. You know, this rice, it's a super filling dish as well. I really like it. Pumpkin seeds are great in there as well.
Yeah.
They really make it. All right, look at that. So,
Beautiful.
and then we just go on top with our tuna like so. So it's a really nice colourful dish. You know, if you want to add some garnish, you could throw some dill on top, some, you know, pickled onion, something like that if you want.
No, I wouldn't. I'd keep it simple the way that you've done it here. And I like the idea of doing this for a dinner party. Quite special. It's something a little bit different. You've got a beautiful piece of fish, and then tying that in with something a little heartier like this rice. Just goes so well together.
And the contrast of the green rice with that beautiful sort of ruby red tuna.
Yeah.
A bit of the mustard. Let's have a taste, yeah.
Beautiful fish.
So super clean. The mustard makes it. I really love that flavour at the end.
Yeah.
And that green rice is just awesome.
Perfectly seasoned. And those crunchy pepitas at the end, again, such a chef, always thinking texture. That crunch just ties the whole thing together.
Absolutely.
What a beautiful, beautiful dish.
Glad you like it.
I don't like it. I love it.